September 14, 2013. 3:47 p.m. Emma Sørensen walked into Almindingen Forest, Denmark's third largest woodland, 8,000 acres of beech and pine on Bornholm Island. She carried a field notebook, pencil behind her ear, binoculars around her neck, standard gear for a biology teacher documenting autumn migration. Her car stayed at Limmensgade trailhead. Keys in the ignition, door unlocked. Radio still playing DRP4 at Emma's planned route. Loop trail, 4.2 miles, 2 hours maximum. She'd done it 17 times. By 6 p.m., darkness falling, Emma hadn't returned. Search teams deployed, 180 volunteers, thermal drones, search dogs trained in dense forest. The entire island, only 227 square miles, mobilized. They found nothing. Years of silence. Bornholm's ancient forest keeping it secret until a wildlife camera, installed for a completely different project, saw through time itself and revealed the impossible. Emma's final moments, captured at 4:23 p.m., exactly where search teams walked past her 34 times. Emma Sørensen, 29 years old, biology teacher at Rønne Gymnasium, native of Bornholm, born in Allinge, raised between forest and Baltic coast, her specialty ornithology, birds, specifically migratory patterns across Bornholm. The island sits on a major flyway between Scandinavia and Central Europe. Every autumn, thousands of raptors, songbirds, waterfowl pass through. Emma had studied Bornholm's ecosystems since university. Master's thesis, Predator-Prey Dynamics in Almindingen Forest Ecosystems. She knew every trail, every observation point, every seasonal pattern. September was her favorite month, when migration peaks, when data gets collected, when she felt most alive, alone in the forest watching the sky. September 14, 2013, Saturday. Emma had free day, weather clear, 61 of light northeast wind. Perfect conditions for observation. She told her roommate Sophie, loop trail at Almindingen. Back by 5:30, we'll make dinner. Emma left her apartment in Rønne at 3:15 p.m., 20-minute drive to Limmensgade trailhead. She wore hiking boots, jeans, green fleece jacket. Carried day pack with water, field notebook, camera, phone fully charged, but Almindingen's center has no signal. Dense canopy, rocky terrain, dead zones everywhere. She parked at 3:38 p.m. Trailhead camera, maintained by Danish Nature Agency, captured her arrival. Clear image, Emma smiling, adjusting backpack, checking trail map posted at entrance. Last digital footprint, 3:42 p.m. Text to Sophie, starting now. Beautiful day, see you tonight. Then Emma walked into Almindingen, but there was something about the eastern section of the loop trail that nobody knew, a geological feature that would make a person vanish completely, hiding them in plain sight beneath the forest floor itself. 47 p.m. Sophie called Emma straight to voicemail. Again at 7 p.m., 7:15 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8:02 p.m. Sophie drove to Limmensgade, found Emma's Volkswagen, exactly where she'd parked it, radio on. Keys inside, do it till 9 p.m. Sophie called Bornholm police, 8:34 p.m. First response unit arrived. 2 officers, flashlights, quick perimeter check. Emma's car, no signs of struggle, nothing missing. Everything normal except Emma wasn't there. 51 p.m. decision made. Full search activation. Bornholm is small. Population 40,000. Everybody knows everybody. When someone goes missing, the entire island responds. 5:15 p.m. Beredskapsstyrelsen, Danish Emergency Management, deployed search and rescue team. 40:30 p.m. First volunteers arrived. Local hiking club, forest rangers, off-duty police, neighbors. The loop trail became command center. Strategy, systematic sweep. Trail divided into sections, teams every 100 feet, moving inward from known path. 10:30 p.m. Search dogs arrived. German shepherds trained in wilderness tracking. They caught Emma's scent at trailhead, followed it 1.2 miles into forest, then lost it. Dogs circled, confused. Scent just disappeared. Midnight. Temperature dropping to 50 degrees. 60 people in forest. Headlamps, whistles, radios. Emma's name echoed through Almindingen. No response. September 15th, dawn at 6:23 a.m. Daylight changed everything. Helicopter from Bornholm Airport. Thermal camera, Searching for heat signature. Search expanded, now covering entire Almindingen. Every trail, every clearing, every dense thicket. Noon, police divers arrived. Small lakes in forest, ponds, old quarry pits filled with water. Visibility terrible. Dark tea-colored Baltic water, 6 p.m. Emma's parents arrived from Copenhagen. Father, former forest ranger, knew Almindingen better than anyone. He joined search immediately. By sunset, September 15th, 180 volunteers, 4 search dogs, 1 helicopter. Coverage 12 square miles, 0 trace. Trail cameras were checked. The one at Trailhead showed Emma arriving. But cameras deeper in forest, maintained by Nature Agency for Wildlife Monitoring, those weren't checked. Protocol said, only review monthly. September wasn't over. Those cameras held the answer, but nobody looked. Not for 11 years. Week 1. Investigation intensified. Lead detective, Morten Kvist. Bornholm Police. 19 years experience. Most of it, petty crime, domestic disputes. This was different. 2 theories dominated. Theory 1. Medical emergency. Emma collapsed on trail. Heart condition, stroke, seizure. Hidden medical issue. Her doctor was contacted. Medical records reviewed. Result, Emma was healthy. No conditions. No medications. Last checkup 3 months prior. Excellent health, but sudden events happen. Aneurysm, cardiac arrest. She could have collapsed off trail. Thick undergrowth. Invisible from path evidence. Dogs lost scent. Suggests she stopped moving. Possibly collapsed. Theory 2. Disorientation. Emma left marked trail, got lost. Almindingen is denser. Landmarks look identical. Easy to turn around. She could have wandered deeper. Exhaustion. Hypothermia sets in overnight. Searches focused on areas off main loop. Ravines, dense thickets. Anywhere someone could fall, become trapped. September 22nd, 1 week. Search scaled down. Now 40 volunteers. Weekend searches only. October. Autumn rain. Forest floor turning to mud. Visibility worsening. Leaves falling. Covering everything. Emma's parents stayed on Bornholm. Refused to leave. Put up posters. Offered reward. 100,000 kroner for information. Nothing. November. First frost. Organized searches suspended. Too dangerous. Weather too harsh. Detective Kvist kept investigating. Checked Emma's life. Finances, relationships, social media, emails, looking for anything. Reasons to disappear voluntarily. Depression, debt, secret life, found nothing. Emma's life was normal. She loved teaching. Loved Bornholm. Had plans for Christmas. Had bought non-refundable tickets to a conference in Berlin in January. People don't vanish voluntarily when they have plane tickets. Spring. Searches resumed. Smaller now. Emma's father and 10 volunteers. Every weekend. For months. They walked every meter of Almindingen. Checked every ravine. Every fallen tree. Every cave. The forest had 8,000 acres. But the loop trail was 4.2 miles. Surely Emma couldn't be far. The investigation followed perfect protocols. But protocols didn't account for Bornholm's unique geology. Ancient limestone formations beneath the forest floor, creating voids that looked like solid ground from above. A young life. A passion for nature. Vanished on an afternoon walk in a forest she knew by heart. If this moves you, if you believe cases like this deserve to be solved, leave a like. Subscribe to not miss what happens next, because the camera discovery will show you something nobody expected to see. Years passing. Case going cold. Theory 1. Voluntary disappearance. Despite evidence suggesting otherwise, some investigators believed Emma left intentionally. Started new life somewhere. Changed identity. Support. Happens more than people think. Young adults feeling trapped. Wanting escape. Bornholm is small. Maybe she felt suffocated. Detective Kvist investigated. Interviewed everyone. Friends, colleagues, students. Everyone said the same. Emma loved her life. Loved Bornholm. Was planning field trips with students. Was excited about upcoming migration season. Counter evidence her apartment. Rent paid automatically. Bank account untouched. No withdrawals after September 14th. Passport still at home. Theory 2. Accident in unmapped hazard. Bornholm has geology tourists don't see. Old limestone quarries. Hidden sinkholes, underground voids from medieval mining. Almundingen Forest sits on Paleozoic sedimentary rock, limestone, sandstone, erodes differently. Creates caves, cracks, holes covered by forest floor. Theory: Emma stepped on weak ground, fell through, trapped underground. Support would explain everything. Why dogs lost scent. Why searchers found nothing. Why she vanished completely. Problem: mapping underground voids requires specialized equipment. Ground-penetrating radar. Expensive, time-consuming. Bornholm didn't have resources. Searches focused on visible features. Surface-level .2 theories. Both logical, both impossible to prove, and both incomplete, as the trail camera would reveal in 2024. August 2024. Project Bornholm Biodiversity. Aarhus University. Department of Biology. Objective: long-term wildlife monitoring. Installing 40 trail cameras across Almundingen. Studying deer populations, predator behavior, forest regeneration. Dr. Henrik Jørgensen led project. Wildlife biologist. Expert in camera trap methodology. August 12th. Henrik's team collecting data, retrieving memory cards from cameras installed in 2023. Annual check. Most cameras new installations, but some were older. Part of discontinued Danish Nature Agency project from 2010-2015. Those old cameras were never properly decommissioned, just left there. Batteries died, memory cards full, forgotten. Henrik's team found 6 old cameras, decided to retrieve them. Data might be useful. Historical comparison? August 18th, back at Aarhus Laboratory. Henrik's graduate student Melina, processing memory cards. Camera bore 07. Located 1.7 miles into loop trail. Eastern section. Dense forest. Rocky terrain. Memory card 32 GB full, years of data. Thousands of images. Melina started reviewing. Fast forward through photos: deer, foxes, wild boar, ravens, standard wildlife. Then September 14th, 2013. 4:23 p.m. Human figure. Melina stopped. Zoomed in. Woman, green jacket, backpack, walking off trail. Through thick undergrowth. Heading toward rocky outcrop. Next image, 4:23:47 p.m. Woman closer to rocks. Leaning forward. Looking at something on ground. Next image, 4:24:03 p.m. Woman kneeling beside large rock formation. Next image, 4:24:31 p.m. Woman's position changed, lower, as if sitting or descending. Next image, 4:25:12 p.m. Woman's upper body visible, rest obscured by rocks. Next image, 4:26:44 p.m. Only backpack visible. Green fabric, partially hidden. Next image, 4:30:15 p.m. Nothing, empty frame. Just rocks. Camera triggered by motion. Took photos every time something moved in frame, then nothing moved. Melina stared at screen. Checked camera location data. Cross-referenced. 1.7 miles into Emma Sørensen's last known route. She called Henrik immediately. August 19th, Henrik contacted Bornholm police. The camera had done what hundreds of searchers couldn't. Documented Emma's exact movements, showing frame by frame how she approached a hidden sinkhole, disguised by moss and fallen branches, captured the moment she realized the ground wasn't solid, and recorded her disappearance into Bornholm's limestone foundation. August 20th, emergency meeting. Bornholm police. Danish emergency management. Henrik Jørgensen. The images were analyzed, frame by frame, metadata examined, timestamps verified. Camera location, GPS coordinates 55 degree 0742 N, 14 degree 52 18 E, eastern section of loop trail, 73 feet off marked path. Area description, rocky outcrop, dense undergrowth, large limestone boulders, forest floor covered in moss, fallen branches, leaf litter. Detective Kvist, now retired but immediately recalled, recognized it. I walked past that spot. Maybe 20 times. Why hadn't they found her? Images revealed why. The sinkhole Emma fell into was disguised perfectly. Covered by organic debris. Looked like solid ground, only visible from specific angle. The angle the trail camera captured. August 21st, full mobilization. Rescue team. Spelunking specialists. Ground-penetrating radar. Engineers. Weather clear, 68 degrees. Optimal conditions. August 22nd, team arrived on site. GPS guided them to exact coordinates. Surface inspection, careful probing ground with poles. 3 meters from the boulder the camera captured. Ground felt hollow. Radar scan confirmed it. Underground void, approximately 20 feet deep, 8 feet wide. Natural limestone cavity, opening 2.5 feet diameter. Hidden under 4 inches of moss, branches, decomposed leaves. Organic mat that looked solid. Wasn't. Emma stepped there. Her weight broke through. Coordinates 55 Ivardu 742 N, 14 52 18 E. Depth 19.7 feet. Distance from main trail 73 feet. Emma's father was notified. After 11 years. Finally answers. August 23rd, recovery operation. Spelunking team. Medical examiner. Forensic specialists. The sinkhole opening was carefully expanded. Safety protocols. No one else falling through. First descent. Experienced cave rescue specialist, harness, rope system, helmet, camera. Descent 19 feet. Narrow shaft. Widening at bottom. Bottom chamber, roughly 10 to 8 feet. Limestone walls, damp, cold, no light ever reached there. Human remains. Northeastern corner. Emma Sørensen. Position suggested she'd survived the fall. Tried to climb out. Couldn't, walls too smooth. Opening too high. No handholds. Her backpack beside her. Contents preserved by cave environment. Field notebook, camera, water bottle. Phone dead but recovered. Green fleece jacket still identifiable. Medical examiner. Preliminary assessment. Cause of death likely hypothermia and dehydration. No evidence of major trauma from fall. She'd survived impact, but couldn't escape. September night temperatures 50 degrees surface. Underground colder, 45 degrees, damp, dark, without light. Without help, without way out. How long did she survive? Phone data analyzed later showed last attempted call at 6:17 p.m. September 14th. No signal underground. She tried repeatedly. Last attempt, 9:43 p.m. Then phone died. Recovery took 2 days. Respectful, professional, every item documented. Every detail preserved. Analysis revealed the sinkhole had formed naturally. Limestone dissolution. Underground water flow. Gradual weakening. The organic mat that covered it was only months old. Recent autumn storm had knocked down branch. Leaves accumulated, moss grew. Perfect camouflage. Emma walked off trail, maybe following a bird, maybe exploring, and stepped on what looked like forest floor. Wasn't. Trail camera captured everything. Motion-triggered images. 43 seconds from first frame to last. 43 seconds that documented how Emma disappeared. The camera was 30 feet away. Search teams walked past it 34 times. Past Emma. She was there. 73 feet from the trail. 19 feet down. In the dark. While hundreds searched above. September 2022. Emma Sørensen funeral. 11 years, 2 weeks after she vanished. Her parents, sister, friends, former students. Bornholm community. Everyone came. Cemetery and run. View of Baltic. View of Almindingen's tree line in distance. After a conversation with Detective Kvist. How did we miss it? Answer. You couldn't see it. The sinkhole was invisible unless you knew exactly where to look. Organic cover was perfect. Ground looked solid. The camera. Answer protocol. Nature agency cameras were checked monthly. Emma disappeared September 14th. Next scheduled check October 1st. But by then, massive searches were happening. Agency staff couldn't access forest. Cameras forgotten. Budget cuts in 2015. Project discontinued. Cameras abandoned. If the camera had been checked, Kvist stopped her. We would have found her in 2 weeks. Impact on Danish search protocols immediate. October 2024. Naturstyrelsen, Danish Nature Agency, new directive. All trail cameras in protected areas. Weekly checks during active projects. GPS database maintained. Never abandoned. Almindingen Forest. Geological survey ordered. Map all underground voids. Install safety barriers around known sinkholes. Update trail maps. 17 other limestone cavities found within 1 mile of loop trail. All now marked. After Emma, Bornholm implemented camera protocol. Every trail camera now monitored. Real time when possible. Answers were found about where. About how But why Emma walked off trail at that exact spot, at that exact moment, following what bird, what sound, what curiosity that remains unanswered in the silent depths of Almindingen Forest. The Sørensen case teaches that technology doesn't just find, it witnesses. The trail camera didn't just show where Emma was, it showed her final free moments. The sinkhole that took Emma had existed for perhaps 50 years, slowly forming, gradually widening, waiting, covered by nature's perfect deception. Emma's father said something at the funeral. She died doing what she loved. In the forest she cherished, following her curiosity. That was Emma. Cold comfort, but true. 11 years of not knowing, of imagining worst scenarios, of hoping she was alive somewhere. The camera ended that limbo. Painful closure, but closure. Bornholm changed, became more careful, more aware. The island's forests aren't just beautiful. They're ancient, complex, dangerous. Local knowledge isn't absolute guarantee. Emma knew Almindingen better than most. Didn't save her. This case reminds us that even in the world's most organized societies, the vastness of Nordic nature remains a human mystery, capable of making people simply vanish, leaving only echoes in Scandinavia's eternal landscapes. If this story moved you, leave a like. Subscribe to Nordic Missing Stories to not miss our next mysteries from the Nordic lands. Share with that friend fascinated by true crime and how technology solves cold cases. This revelation will stay with them. In the comments, tell us, have you ever explored Nordic forests? Did you know about the hidden dangers beneath seemingly solid ground? Turn on notifications to be alerted about upcoming cases. Thank you for watching, and remember, in the vast Nordic landscapes, there are always more mysteries waiting in the eternal mists of the north. Until the next mystery from Scandinavian lands,